Hey, hi everybody. It's Renee Conkey coming to you from Water City Stamping Studio here in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. I'm going to go ahead and share it with the VIS page so you guys can all find me on this lovely Saturday morning. So give me just 1 second. Yeah, I think I can unplug this and pull this right over. All right, so let's see if we can pull this up and hopefully you guys are able to find me. There we are. We'll go ahead and share it. Oh, good, you guys. Hi, Joni. Okay. Now, let's just get it going and slide it over. Okay. It's not cooperating. Hang on 1 second. Hi, Marcia. Good morning. There we go. Okay, now I can see your comments. All right, welcome. Happy Saturday, everybody. Thank you for joining me today. Lots and lots and lots were going on this week. And as demonstrators, I'm just going to start because I have a lot to go through. So you guys are popping on. If you come on, you can always start over in the beginning. If you missed anything, you know, I can give you just a couple minutes here. But like I said, lots and lots were going on. We got our brand new catalog and I didn't even grab one. Oh, sugar. Hang on, let me go get one. You can only see the front, unfortunately. But give me just 1 quick second. Oh, you're probably seeing that. Let's see. Here it is. You've probably seen my messy stamp room here. Okay. Ooh, usually I have the camera turned down when I pop up. Hi, Bonnie. Welcome. New catalog, you guys. It's very exciting. A little bit of a different format. So many of you, I'm sure, have heard, but if you haven't heard, we are now going to 3 catalogs per year, okay? They're not going to be mini catalogs anymore. They are going to be thinner catalogs, not the big bound things, but much more user-friendly, okay? So it's going to be from May to August, September to December, and then January to April. So we're used to our 2 little mini catalogs and then our main catalog. Now we have 3 catalogs, and each catalog will contain the basic information. They will have all the colors in them listed. They will have the punches that are listed in the catalog on them. They will have all the little tools of you know, your blender pens and your aqua painters and all of those kind of things. Good morning, Marianne. So they will have all of those kind of things in each catalog, which is wonderful. Very, very user-friendly compared to the last couple catalogs, okay? So it's an exciting change, and I think you guys are going to like it. You know, I was a little apprehensive as well, but digging into it, it's beautiful. There is so many beautiful things in this new catalog, and I know I probably say that every year, but that's true. You know what I was just thinking? You know how they always say that, oh, never mind. Okay, so anyway, I'll get back to that. But anyway, but this year is exceptional. They will continue having the online exclusives brand new every 2 months. So we will get a hard copy catalog every 4 months, 3 times a year. And then they'll have online exclusives every 2 months. January, March, May, July, September, and November. So they will continue with the online exclusives, but when they introduce a new catalog, namely in January, May, and in September, the online exclusives are going to be a little bit less. You know, the ones that are opposite, like our March online exclusives or our July on exclusives, will have a ton more. So we will have new product coming in continuously. You don't have to feel like you have to get everything. As a demonstrator, and I'm talking to demonstrators right now, don't feel like you have to get everything. You can kind of pick and choose and just get what you like. I know me as a demonstrator and as a full-time demonstrator, when the mini catalogs came out, like I would buy pretty much everything. I won't be able to do that anymore with 3 catalogs and all the online exclusives coming out. And that's okay. I'm going to pick and choose what I like and what I like to share with you, what I think is kind of fun and new and innovative, and all my little, lovely flowers that I always like to share. But you guys will be proud of me because I didn't go hog wild on the flowers this time. I went for the other things. So a little personal growth there. But anyway, I did get some flowers. But, it's just like, they're just giving us a lot of options, and options are always good. So I'm excited. So new catalog, I can't open it until May with you guys, but you will be getting hard copies. If you have ordered from me in the last 6 months, you will get a hard copy in the mail. If you are in my stamp clubs, you will get a hard copy in person, and I will have them in the April clubs, ladies. Woohoo! I'm seeing your comments are not coming through on my iPad here, and I don't know why. But I can read them here, but I'm sorry if I miss them. I don't know what's going on here. Let me just try popping this over again. Let's see. 1 second, sorry. Okay. Hang on, we're having a little, there I am, but I'm still not seeing your comments, so I apologize. I might not be able, please leave your comments and I will get back to you, but for some reason they're not popping up on my iPad, so I don't know what's going on there. Hi Remy, welcome. Hey, it's a Saturday morning, you can join us, that's awesome. Hi, Brenda. Nice to see you. Hey, so anyway, that's a little bit about the new catalog. Like I said, if you ordered from me in the last 6 months, you'll automatically get it. If you'd like to request one from me, please do, and I would be happy to send one out to you. I can't just automatically send them out anymore. They come through Stampin' Up, but like I said, things are getting a little pricey, with post office and such. So I want to make sure that you would like a catalog from me. So if you, like I said, if you ordered from me in the last 6 months, you'll get one. Stamp clubs will automatically get one. But if you haven't, but you want one, please request one from me because I just can't automatically send out. Perhaps you have a different demonstrator that you're working with, or perhaps you're getting your catalogs from somewhere else, or maybe you become a demonstrator yourself and I have been sending you catalogs. So I just don't want to double up. I'm happy to get them out to you, but like I said, just let me know if you need one. I'm happy to do it. Okay, so that is about that. And so part of my, I have one big box that came this week, and that's with all my new in colors. And then I have, and a few new products and such. And then I have another big box coming on Tuesday. And so that's going to have more of the new products. So we will do an unveiling of all the new products on, don't quote me, I'm planning on Tuesday night. My weeks change and my days change continuously. But tentatively on Tuesday, Tuesday or Wednesday, let's go it that way. We will do an unboxing video and check out all those really cool new products. Today we're going to do the in colors and the in color comparisons, and then I have some fun stamping for you today using the new in colors and our product of the month. So we'll talk more about this in just a second. Let me go ahead and turn the camera down. And, this is what I was going to say earlier. You know how when I got up and got the new catalog, Because usually when I have to get up and get something, you don't see me. Well, maybe you saw me, and maybe you saw that I still have my pajama pants on and I have a shirt on. Yes, I am guilty of that. I like to be comfy when I'm at home. So especially on a Saturday morning, when you don't get out of your jammies right away, so that's me today. So if you saw me and then you thought, hey, you have snowflake pants on. Yes, I do. True confessions, I always keep it real here. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead, turn the camera down, and let's flip this over and turn this down and get it into a good position. Oh yeah, you guys, that's the other thing. Like I said, I have a ton to talk to you about. Okay, so we have the class. Let's do a little bit of housekeeping. We have my 29th anniversary with Stampin' Up! Special class, okay? And that is the Cute as a Bug. And with the Cute as a Bug, it only costs $29, which usually my classes are about $39, so it is a good deal. $29, you get a half a pack of paper of the Cute as a Bug paper, and it's just adorable. If you haven't seen it, go ahead and check out my last couple of Facebook Lives. We talked about it there. You'll get a full pack of the rhinestones, which you can color any which way you like. You can add on the bundle. Now, the bundle right now is a little bit on back order. It's coming in mid-April, so if you're getting the bundle, the class will be ready in early April. If you're getting the bundle, it will be coming a little bit later, and I'll let you know for those of you that already have signed up with the bundle, but you can get the bundle and pay no extra shipping or handling. So the bundle is $46.75. And the class is $29, okay, and that's always as a thank you for having my class. And then you'll get to make 8 cards. There are 4 designs, but I always do different cards in each design, so you can see different ways to do it. So you're going to get everything you need to make the 8 cards, and here were the 2 little designs here. This is one that we made last week with the envelope. Or I guess we made this one here, little flip-flap card here with the strawberries. All right, we made this guy. Well, we didn't make this one, but he's one of the designs. And then we made this cute little butterfly pull card. And then we also made this little gifty card one. And here is his matching counterpart card. Same design, just a different look. And then that first week we made this cute little treat box. And hey, I got more of my little Velcro things in. I wanted to tell you about these because these are great. I was all out when I first made this, but these are awesome. These are little bitty Velcro dots, and I get them on Amazon. Okay, they're thin dots, perfect for craft projects. There's 56 in there. Gosh, I don't remember how much I paid. I mean, there's 56 in there, so you can make, quite a few. But for these little dots and to keep cards, those cards that you need to keep closed, or your little treat things closed, and you don't want them to wreck it with like a dimensional or something. These Velcro dots are awesome. So I really just wanted to point those out to you. This is what they look like. I should share a link. I should share a link for all my Amazon stuff because, it just makes our crafting life, Stampin' Up! Can't carry everything, and it just makes our crafting life nice and easy. I like easy crafting. I don't like to struggle. I like things to look nice, easy, reasonable, you name it. So anyway, please feel free to sign up for the class. The paper is back in stock, so we don't have to worry about that, so I can get more paper. Just the little bugs kind of came out of stock, but they'll be back in, the bug dies. They'll be back in very soon. So, enough about that. Let's talk about in colors. All right. We have 5 new in colors. So if you remember correctly, these are the ones that are going to be retiring. Let's see. Do I have them all handy here? No, I don't. We are going to be losing Shy Shamrock, Pretty in Pink, Petunia Pop. These are the retiring guys. And then, let's see, what else was there? Oh, Peach Pie and Summer Splash. And I'm not sure. Here's Peach Pie. And I'm not sure where my Summer Splash went. I know I had it. But anyway, Summer Splash, I'll pull this out here. Now, I'm also going to tell you this. There's Summer Splash. I must be using my ink pad in another project. When I do projects, I have them in like little bins. And then they kind of get stashed in the bin and when I'm working on it. So anyway, these, good morning, Sherry, and good morning, Pat. These are the colors that are retiring, okay? So if there's anything that you want, go ahead and get it now because I think it would be April 1st that our discontinued lists and are retiring somewhere around that time. All that stuff will be coming out. Now, one thing I want to tell you, and I didn't check on the availability, but I was working on a project today or yesterday that needed Coastal Cabana. I needed to color in with Coastal Cabana. We do not have Coastal Cabana blends, okay? But it's a definite color. And Summer Splash is darn near close to it. I mean, it's not actual Coastal Cabana, but it's darn near close to it. So if you want Coastal Cabana in a blend, get the Summer Splash. It's perfect. It worked. Oh, you know what it was for? It was for, I'm working on the hummingbirds in the paper pumpkin. And that had Coastal Cabana, and I wanted to color in with Coastal Cabana, but with a blend. So I took out my Summer Splash. This, I will not retire this. So get your Summer Splash blends while you can, and get all your in color stuff before they retire, because these were really fun, bright, pretty colors. So they will be retiring soon, and products will be selling out. Anything with the ribbons, the dyes, or the inks, and so forth. But have you heard the big news? So the big news is that here are our new in colors. We have Hydrangea Hue. We have Pretty in Pink is already gone. Oh, the re-inker's gone. Yeah, see, and once it's gone, it's not going to come back. So you guys get that stuff while you can. We have Crisp Cantaloupe, which Crisp Cantaloupe was an in color back from 2013 to 2015. So what, 13 years ago? But it's back, so that's cool because that's a great color. We have Peaceful Pine. We have Barely Blush. Perfect little pink. Oh, it's so pretty. And then we also have Golden Glow. These are great in colors, you guys. I'm so excited. So let's do it just like this so I can get them all in here. But if you're looking at here and you're seeing, and I'm sure I know a lot of you have already seen and heard about this, we have new ink pad designs. And you guys, at first I was like, what? We don't need new ink pad designs. They are awesome. They're magnetic. So they open super easy and they close super easy. Look at that. You guys are going to love them because I know that these pads have been a source of exasperation for a lot of you. I didn't mind them, but I know a lot of people did not like them at all. And especially when you have like a little bit of arthritis in your fingers, or you have little small fingers that are using them, or, it just, a lot of people didn't care for them. So these are magnetic. They just, your pad is here, your other pad is here. The other thing that they're doing is they're not going to be squishy pads anymore. So you don't have to worry about all that squishy excess ink. We're going back to felt. And felt is much more user-friendly for re-inking. It is much more user-friendly for holding your ink in. And these felt pads are designed to work really, really well with photopolymer. And I'm thinking, photopolymer, you need a little squishy pad because photopolymer is weird to ink sometimes. And I was skeptical, and they're wonderful. I am totally hooked on these. Now, the other thing is, these are, you can notice the size difference, okay? They're bigger. They're a little bit bigger, and they are going to cost more, okay? These pads are $9 currently. Next year, they're going to go up to $10, okay? The new ink pads are $14. And to me, you know, that sounded like a lot for an ink pad. But the $14 pads are only going to be available in the new 5 in colors. And then next year, they're going to be in all of the ink pads. So if you want to continue with just the regular size ink pad and the lower price, and you're fine with the squishy pad, as I am, I will not be buying every ink pad in the new design. I'm not going to. I'm going to have mix and match. But, you know, if you want to stock up, this is the year to stock up. They are going to go up $1 in the new catalog, just so you know. So if you want to stock up, you can stock up at $9 or you can stock up at $10. But in 2027, we will have all of our ink pads in this size. And that's okay because they're really, really nice. Now, another question you guys might be asking, are they going to fit in my current storage? Yes, I have the Stampin' Up! Storage now. I don't have the Stampin' storage of the, like the wooden ones that we all used to have a long time ago. And I know a lot of people do have them. I went all to Stampin' Up! They totally fit in the Stampin' Up! Perfectly. So they're just a little bit longer, but that's okay because they get really easy to grab. So just so you know, that'll be fine as well. When you get them, they're going to be coated in plastic, okay? They are magnetic, so they will also stick to each other. Oh, let's see. Oh, wait, you know what? I put them on the wrong side. So they will stick to each other just like that, you know, so they're kind of nice. Like if you girls are doing your scrapbooking or your stamping expos and things like that, you can just take your ink pads like that and they will, you know, kind of stick together. You don't have to take the whole storage unit. All right. So they come and they will have the stickers on the back. And let me show you. Let me show you. Yeah, I'll show you in the Crisp Cantaloupe. They'll have all the stickers on the back. There's going to be 2 that are in English. All right. You want to use those 2. Otherwise, we have French and I think German. You know, our Crisp Cantaloupe is called Cocktail Cantaloupe in French. So kind of interesting. But what you're going to do is, you know, you take off your, good morning, Judy. You're going to take off your plastic and then, hang on, I got to catch the corner here. And then you want to take off my big fingers here. Oh, yeah. So then you're just going to peel this, and I take the 2 in English. Okay, you can use them all because it's kind of nice to have colors everywhere. I'm going to take the 2 that are in English, the Crisp Cantaloupe. Sounds kind of good on a Saturday morning. It's really not this hard. It's hard when I do it on camera, you know. Okay. And then I'm going to find the front of my pad. I always like to have it like this. And then I am going to take one of those stickers and I'm going to put it right down here on this bottom edge. And then I can see it when it's in my Stampin' storage, which one it is. And then I'm going to open this up. And on this cover, the cover with the ink, with the pad, I'm going to put it right on the inside. Hang on. I need some double glasses. I just want to get it correctly placed here. There we go, much better. And we're just going to put it right down here so I can see what it is when I have my pad open. This one on the bottom will have that little, you know, sticker right here, so I can always just see it when they're sitting there. Oh, they kind of like to stick together. And then it just goes like this. You can put your little drops of re-inker for doing your watercoloring right here in the cover as well. And you're just going to shut it like that. You know what? I was looking at my pads and I'm thinking, look at this. I don't have it on the front. And why would I put it on the back? I didn't put it on the back. It just got turned around when I closed it up. So it's still on the front, you know. Same here. I'm thinking, why would I put that on the back? Well, I didn't. I just have to spin it around. Good morning, Lisa. So anyway, that is the ink pads. You still have the 2 colors. So if you do want to put one on the inside right here, and then, you know, and if you're doing like classes or you're, you know, doing events with your friends and things like that, and you want to just have that pine in there, just take another one. Because it doesn't have to be, you know, the correct language. You kind of know what it is. Hi, Gloria. Good morning. And you can put it right here. I don't speak French at all. So I won't even attempt it. But you can just put that there and then you'll know what the color is, you know, as well. So they don't get mixed up. Easier for your friends, or if you're a demonstrator, your customers, to keep those closed and in order. So once again, Barely Blush, Peaceful Pine, Hydrangea Hue, Golden Glow, and Crisp Cantaloupe. Great colors. Hydrangea Hue, I just can't stand it. Barely Blush, Golden Glow. You know, I'm not a green person, and you guys know that, so that's just being honest. But the green is very nice and very user-friendly to work with. Here are the color of the cardstocks, and then I'm going to show you some of the product here. So here's Crisp Cantaloupe, and very pretty green. You know what? And when we do the comparison, you'll see what I'm talking about. I'm going to show you the products, and then I'll do the comparison. Okay, and Hydrangea Hue, Barely Blush. Look at that pretty, pretty baby pink. And then this Golden Glow. I love it. You know, a lot of our yellows have that, it's a warm yellow. It's kind of like a honey yellow. I think it was very much needed because a lot of our yellows have a greenish undertone, and this is got this warm, I don't know, it's hard to describe. I want to say it's more of a reddish undertone. So anyway, that's the cardstock colors. Then we have all the ribbons, and I'm going to open up a ribbon for you. Look at those pretty ribbons. Look at that pretty pink, pretty blue. Now the Hydrangea Hue is very much a periwinkle blue. So, yeah. So it's really an exciting color. I love it. I like most colors of blue. I'm just trying to get this open here. Come on. I didn't use any of the ribbon yet, so hang on. There's that little lip in there. Here, let's go like this. Always when I'm on camera. Goodness gracious. Okay, hang on. You know, in my camera, I'm just, you know, more of my true confessions. Not only am I in my jammies here, but my jammy pants here, but my camera is so far away from me just for using, here we go, that it's kind of hard that I'm not working right in front. I'm leaning over. Look at this ribbon though. It's very light, very thin. Let's tie a quick little bow with it. It's got 2 edges to it. You know, so it's edged ribbon. Got a little bit of a, I mean, I'm not going to say a shimmer, but a shine to it. It's really, really pretty. I like it a lot. Good. Okay, so there's Hydrangea Hue. Good morning, Mary. We have, so you have all the colors. The Peaceful Pine, I won't put you through me. Look at this yellow. I'm very excited. And then that pink. Chris Cantaloupe. Yep. It was like 13 years ago. So we have the gems. And there was 2 packs of gems. We're going to use one with our stamping today. This is just the flat dots. And they are called, 2026, 2028 flat dots. They are, shiny and a little iridescent, but not overly iridescent. Pretty nice, low profile. 2 sizes, big and small. Very nice. Good. And then there's butterflies. Oh, you guys, this might be a long one here. I'm taking, because I just have too much to talk about. There is also butterflies here. Let's see if I have them handy. Yes, I do. Okay, look at the butterflies. Aren't they cute? We're going to use these today with our stamping. They're adorable. They have a big and a small, and then they have the 5 in colors, and then they also have a clear kind of, it's not, clear white. It's not clear. It's kind of a little, look at my dirty fingers, my inky fingers. Whitish clear. How about that? But those are in the in colors as well, the little butterflies. So, you guys, there's just so much fun stuff. There's not a whole lot of new ribbons, I'm going to say, in the new catalog. You got these 5 new ribbons, which are wonderful. But I think that will be coming later. There is, what is it called? 2026, 2028 in color pearlized specialty paper. Let's take a look at that. I haven't opened up that yet. And a lot of you have been asking, am I going to do a in color club? Yes, I am. And I'm very excited because it's going to look a little different than it has in the past. And I'm not going to really tell you everything until April. I'm working on it and putting everything together, but it's going to be a little bit different than it was in the past, but I'm kind of excited about it. I want to keep the price, very user-friendly. So watch for more information coming in April. So here we have our Golden Glow pearlized paper, and it's, on both sides. We have Hydrangea Hue, pretty. We have Chris Cantaloupe, very pretty. Good morning, Carol. We have our Peaceful Pine, and oh, look how pretty, the Barely Blush. Okay, so those are 12 by 12 sheets in the pearlized specialty paper. That will be fun to work with. And yeah, what is it, 5 sheets? Yep, 5 sheets, 1 sheet of each color. So neat. And then they also have, and I did not open this either, look at this, you guys. The paper, the in-colored designer series paper that we always have, always has been in 6 by 6. It is now in 12 by 12. Woohoo, 12 by 12. So that is kind of fun. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate it when you guys share, when you leave comments. That helps me so much getting our video out. So look at, you are getting 12 by 12 if you order the whole pack. In the In Color Club, it'll be a little different. There are 4 sheets with 4 patterns, okay, double-sided patterns. So we're looking at the Crisp Cantaloupe right now. And here we have big dots and little dots. And then we have, paint stripes. That's kind of cool. That'll be fun to work with. And regular stripes, user-friendly patterns. Last year was a little hard to use. I'm not gonna, lie. I kind of struggled using my in-color papers. This year, I think the patterns will be really kind of fun, very playful. So they will be coming in all of the colors, not just, you know, but this is just for the in colors. So the painter stripe, this, and then the big one, the big dots. So that will be fun in the Golden Glow. Ooh-wee, whoa, whoa. Look at Barely Blush. This is weird. I mean, not weird, but different. It almost is, I want to say, here is Barely Blush. So when you put it with the paper, I understand it. Otherwise, it's almost a little bit neon-y, you know. It's much more subtle with some of the patterns. That'll be, I'll have to see how I'm liking working with that. Barely Blush, but Hydrangea Hue, look at this. Now that is user friendly. Oh, that's really pretty for all your summer papers. We'll probably have to do Hydrangea Hue right away. Hydrangea Hue and the Golden Glow, because I think the Golden Glow would be a beautiful summer paper as well. Well, they all are, you know. You can put little faces, make little smiley faces on the dots. Save your Choose Happy stamp, and you could put a little smiley face right in there, and you got your little smiley faces from the 60s. And we got Peaceful Pine. Peaceful Pine, this is going to be a great green. This will be a wonderful green for summer, for autumn, and for Christmas. So this will be really nice. The Barely Blush will be really nice around Valentine's Day or for baby. Crisp Cantaloupe, that's always going to be a fun color in the spring. So this is your Designer Series paper. So that'll be cool. 12 by 12. And you guys know I can ship 12 by 12, so that is not a problem. So those are our new in-color products, along with, of course, we have, excuse me, stamping blends. I'll just grab some of these stamping blends here. You know, we got the stamping blends to coordinate. There will be no Stampin' Write markers. These markers here, they all have retired earlier last year. So there won't be any Stampin' Write markers, and they don't have them available just yet, so I couldn't get them, but they have what's called shimmer brushes in each color. So these won't happen, but they have shimmer brushes, which are going to be kind of like, I want to say like an aqua painter with the color ink of the new in colors in shimmer, like in our Wink of Stella. I can't wait to use that. They got to use them at Onstage. I wasn't able to attend Onstage this year, so that'll be really, really, really fun. And I'm hoping to be able to incorporate that somehow with our In Color Club as well. So this is just kind of a little sneak peek of the new In Colors. I'm going to leave the cardstock here and scoop up all of this. Get these out of the way, because we're going to do a cardstock comparison. And we're going to start out with Hydrangea Hue. And every year I bring back a lot of the colors that I still have or had from past years, so you can see how it compares with your current colors that you have at home, and how they will mix and match. Because a lot of, people might say, well, that looks just like Ballet Blue a few years ago. But it doesn't. It's a different color, and it coordinates really well with the Ballet Blue. So, or that's just an example. But here you have the Hydrangea Hue. So I'm going to put that right up here. We have Hydrangea Hue. And then let's compare it with, well, there's no comparison. Balmy Blue. Okay. That's doubled up. We have Azure Afternoon. No comparison with that blue. Boho Blue. Now this is the Boho Blue. And you might think, nope, because it is a true periwinkle, okay? These are going to coordinate later. Look at this, though, with Oasis, Orchid Oasis. It is a great coordinating color with Orchid Oasis. I really, really like that. And then there was also Starry Sky. Now I just pulled some of the blues that kind of could coordinate or maybe you think look just like it. But look at this with Starry Sky. That'll be a really pretty combination as well because I always like those three. So they're on the same level, same kind of periwinkle, but they are different, you know. And then of course you have your Pool Party. Nope, we decided nope with that. Blueberry Bushel, Lost Lagoon. So it's more of a purpley pink, but it's not really purple. You know, I'm going to put these away and then show you what did I do with the rest of my colors. Put them off to the side. Yes, I did. Oh, here they are. So you can, let me dig out some of the purples because it's given off a lot of purple right now, but you know, it's not purple. You know, these are the purples. So when you have it just next to the blues, it looks kind of purpley, lavendery, but it really isn't any kind of purple at all. These are just the ones that I had. So just so you know, I think it will be really kind of fun to work with. It's kind of a really nice new color, you know. So Hydrangea Hue, that's that. Goes really well with Orchid Oasis and Starry Sky. All right, let's put that one away and let's go with our Barely Blush. I love this color. We've had pinks, but not a true pink like that, and so you'll really see the comparison. Here is the Barely Blush, okay, and Petal Pink. Petal Pink is so orangey compared to the Barely Blush. It is not even in the same realm. The lightest pink that I think we had was Pink Pirouette. And look how much darker Pink Pirouette is compared to Barely Blush. So that's exciting. Powder Pink is another light pink that we had. And that is totally different. Blushing Bride, no comparison. That's another darker one. We'll get rid of Petal Pink here. And Bubble Bath, totally different tone. So Barely Blush is its own color. Very cool, very baby pink. So I think that will be really super fun, and I have samples to show you today. I think you're gonna like it. Using the Notes of Spring. You guys, the Notes of Spring, I know you know me, and I don't do the whole animal thing very well. So I don't know why, you know, I'm not such a flower person, you know. So then I thought, I'm going to do the Notes of Spring. I have it. I want to use it. Let's give it a whirl. And boy, did I have fun with it, and especially with the new in color. So I'm really excited, and I'll show you the stamping. Hang on with me until the end. Okay, here we have Golden Glow. I love it. I love it. You know, yellow is all the rage this year in all of fashion and in home design and everything. Yellow is the big thing. So I'm glad that they brought us a really pretty yellow. But here is the Golden Glow yellow. And then here is Delightful Dijon as a comparison. It goes well with it. I think you could totally coordinate it and layer with it, but it's totally different. I have here we have Crushed Curry, Daffodil Delight. So you can really kind of see that it, once again, it's its own color. Lemon Lolly is not even, shouldn't even be brought into the conversation. It's such a different yellow. So those are the current colors, the current yellows that we have. This is Retired. Darling Duckling. And Darling Duckling is from last year. And it's got that greenish undertone where this has got a nice warm base. So just a different color, and I'm not an artist, so I really can't even describe it. And then you have Wild Wheat. Once again, Wild Wheat has a greenish undertone, where the Delightful Dijon and the Golden Glow have kind of a warmer tone, maybe like a reddish base, okay? So that's just the color comparisons that I have. I like it. I think it's going to be a beautiful color all year round. All year round. It's a gold. It's kind of, you know, sometimes when you need a gold color, but you don't want to use like gold foil, I think this Golden Glow would be really good with it. So there is that one. Then let's do our crisp cantaloupe. Pat says she's got her crisp cantaloupe from 2013. So I know I got, you know what, at the time I didn't realize that they were going to bring them back. So I always got rid of mine, but it's nice to have them, and they're fun to work with, you know, and I think they're going to be really kind of fun mixy matchy colors. Grapefruit Grove, that'll be a nice layering color. Here we have Pumpkin Pie. Not so sure about that. Calypso Coral. I wanted to see what, you know, that will be a nice layering color for crisp cantaloupe. Peach Pie, not so much, but you can see the difference, you know, with Peach Pie. Timid Tiger. That's not a bad combination. Or here's the Petal Pink, and I think the Petal Pink could be really, really nice. Hi, Joan. Welcome. The Petal Pink, let's put that up here. That'll be a nice layering color. I always look for layers. And the Grapefruit Grove, if you still have some Grapefruit Grove, that'll be a nice layer for it as well. So that is Crisp Cantaloupe. Glad to see you back. Now, if you're thinking, well, Renee, I really would like to do your in-color clubs, but I have the Crisp Cantaloupe. And I have the, you know, the paper and the ink pad and the marker. It's okay. We ran into that last year with the Pretty in Pink. And if that is the case, what I do is I will substitute a different ink pad color for you. The marker would be new and the ribbon would be new. But you could get a different ink pad color and a different refill and cardstock. Okay, so those ones I would swap out with the Crisp Cantaloupe. That is the only exceptions that I can make. Okay, if you say, well, you know what, I really don't really care for that color. The in color pads, they all come in a package, so that would be the same. But you know, like the cardstock and that type of thing we would work with. So just, I'll make it more clear in April when we talk. Okay. Peaceful Pine, just so you know that I'm happy to help, you know, if you already have that color, because we are bringing it back. Okay, Peaceful Pine. Sometimes I just blather on and it doesn't make any sense, but I'll try to make more sense. Here we go, Peaceful Pine. Okay, I'm just got a lot of greens, so I'm just going to whip them out. Soft Seafoam, it's okay layering. Here's the comparison, though, with Mossy Meadow. Nowhere near comparison. Mossy Meadow, not even, it doesn't even coordinate. Pretty Peacock, Shaded Spruce, Garden Green. Garden Green is the one that I thought, you know, but no. Old Olive, no. Emerald Envy, no. You know, so Peaceful Pine is its own. We used to have that Evening Evergreen. I don't even have a sample left. I used it right up to the last stitch. Evening Evergreen, that might be a nice match for it. I can tell you right now that it won't be the same color. Hi, Dawn. And Call Me Clover, Granny Apple, you know. So really, Peaceful Pine is more like the Evening Evergreen. And, oh, I'm glad you like it. Thank you. Lemon Lime Twist, Parakeet Party. It truly is its own green. Like I said, I think that Evening Evergreen would probably, if my memory serves me correctly, be a good coordinating color with that. That was a very nice, deep evergreen color. And, oh, God, I know that used to be a favorite of people's. So that might be really nice. But this will be really pretty for Christmas, for spring, for, you know, all year round. I love that when they're on all year round color. So, hey, that's all my colors. We are done with our color comparison. Just to give you kind of a little hint and a little idea of what is in store. So, anyway, no, this is not the replay. I am still live. I'm still going to be, because now we got to do some stamping, because I need to show you a card. And with the card, I'm going to show you some brand new Designer Series paper. This paper, I can't even stand it. I love it so much. Is called Bloom Boutique, okay? And the Bloom Boutique paper, they always have, you know, the in color paper that has, you know, the Designer Series paper for all the colors. They have that, and that is what comes in your in color club. But then they always make a specialty paper. Oh, welcome from Texas, Dawn. They make a specialty paper that coordinates with the in colors. And this is the Bloom Boutique. Okay, let me show you this paper. It's all mixed up right now, so bear with me here. But here it's a specialty paper, and I don't know if you can see that, but it has little gold flecks in them. Some you can see more than others. Ditzy floral, I can't even take it. So we have the hydrangea hue, and then on the back is peaceful pine, very neutral pattern. Okay, this one you'll be able to see. Look at the gold in that one. This one is more of, I want to say more of the crisp cantaloupe with a barely blush background, ditzy floral, and then on the back hydrangea hue. Here we have barely blush. Look how pretty. Oh, you guys, I don't know. I hope you're going to be excited for my cards from Notes of Spring, because that's what I'm using this with. And then more hydrangea hue. So I think the hydrangea hue is going to be a huge popular color. Here's the fancy side. And then we have pretty, pretty, pretty ditzy floral in the peaceful pine. So cute. Here we have just a neutral one. This one has a little bit of all the colors in with the white background. And then we have a crisp cantaloupe side. And look at this. This is like wallpaper to me. Look at the golden glow. I just love it. And then on the back side is crisp cantaloupe. So one, let me make sure I had them all. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. So this is called Bloom Boutique paper. And we are going to use it for our make and take today here. All right. So we are also going to be using the product of the month. And the product of the month is the Notes of Spring. And I'm going to show you how I stamp the Notes of Spring. It is a 2-step stamp. Now this is, like I said, this is the product of the month. Where did I put my sheet? Right here. And for each month, they come up with a brand new product. And when you spend $75, you can choose this product of the month and get this for $5. This is a $20 value, and you can get it for $5. And this one is the one for March. Each month they put out a new one. If they don't sell out the month of March, they'll carry it over into April. They'll have a new product of the month in April, but then they will also have that product as well available. So if you didn't get it in March, you weren't spending $75 right away in March, but you wanted to do it in April, there's a chance that it might still be there in April, maybe even into June. It's really hard to say. I know two of the products sold out right away, the December and the January one. And the January one was the Sane stamp set. So, you know, you just never know when these things go. So you want to get it when you can, but totally understandable. You might be able to get it when, you know, you can. So anyway, this is it. It's a 2-step stamp. So you have your little goose, and then you can do it as the distinctive stamping. I'm not the huge big on the distinctive. It's very pretty. Personally, I like coloring them in better. There's a little bunny, a little a goose or a duck, excuse me, and the fawn. We have some little fern cattail-y kind of things. I don't think they're cattails. They more are like just a spring brush, and then a little decorative I don't know, whatever that is, with 3 little sayings, especially for you, a note of thanks, and happiest birthday wishes. Okay, so like I said, I don't do animals a whole lot. I'm trying, and I will be better in my world here. But so I thought, let's do this. Let's have some fun with this. So we're going to do some stamping. I'm just going to get a sheet of grid paper. I still like to use my grid paper when I'm stamping. So I punched out 4 double-sided Notes of Spring. This is the die from the Notes of Spring. You know, the Notes of Spring are all those different circles that have all the different things on them. I did do 2 sheets of paper together, so I have it double-sided because I am going to be working with the blends. I'm not going to be doing the distinctive stamping or the 2-step stamping, and it will bleed through. And when you see my card, you'll know that we don't want it to bleed through. So first I'm going to stamp all the animals and color them in because I want to show you our new product. So it's another caveat too. And I'm sure many of you have seen, we do have a new ink pad that is coming on the market. I don't have it yet. I'm going to be still using my Memento pad that we always use when we are working with stamping blends, because that's what I'm working with, is the stamping blends. Okay. So let me pull this up here and let me get out my colors here. So we are going to stamp, let's see, I'm going to stamp the bunny, the goose, and the deer. And I think I'm going to do 2 geese. So we will just do our bunny. You know what? I'm not using the Memento. I don't know what I'm thinking because the Memento was really dark. So I'm taking that all back. I'm not going to use the Memento pad. I'm going to use my stamp pads. I'm going to use my basic gray, because when you're working with your blends, you can use the regular dye-based pads. And I use Early Espresso, okay? Sorry. You know, sometimes when you stamp with black ink, it's too dark, and it's not, with the Notes of Spring, you really want a soft look. So we are going for the soft look. So I'm going to stamp my bunny in basic gray. Okay. So remember that you can do that. We'll do a little basic gray bunny. Okay, and I'm going to close that up. And then I'm going to use the Early Espresso, and I'm going to just stamp all the animals so you can see how to use them and how to color them. So we'll do the fawn in Espresso. I'm going to do 2 ducks because 1 duck is going to be an experiment, and 1 duck is a card that I've already made. So I always like to do a little something on the fly here that we haven't tried yet. We'll see how we like it. These cards, they want to stick to, you want them to stick together, so we'll be taping them together. I'm going to leave this open because I am going to be giving them a little base when I'm stamping. We will seal these together and we'll do it 2 different ways, just so you know. So anyway, let's peel them apart right now. I just wanted you to know that I was using 2. So when you cut out your Notes of Spring, you're going to want 2 because you'll be able to see your stamping on the back side of this little fun fold that we're doing. Let's start with our bunny. And our bunny we're going to color. This one we're actually not using too much of the in colors. We're going to actually use the Granite Gray. Hang on 1 second here. Let me get my Granite Gray. And we will use probably like some Barely Blush. So I'm going to start with my Barely Blush and color in his ears. Just a little, give a little blush to his ears and a little blush to his nose. Okay, and then we will go with the dark gray granite. And you're also going to want to use your, here, let's just start with the dark gray granite. We're just going to fill him in. A little bit of highlighting. And you can use any gray. You can use your Smoky Slate pad. If you don't have the basic gray, use the Smoky Slate. I did use the gray granite pad. And we're going to color all of him in. right up to his nosy. There, and we got our cute little gray bunny. Okay, now this one turned out actually really kind of cute. I really kind of like it. But you could also take your white color lifter and just lighten it up a little bit if you feel that you got it a little too dark. So, you know, just like kind of on his haunches, you know, and it kind of just gives it a little bit of a, more of a little bit of a watercolor look. Okay, so he's done. We're going to put him off to the side. We're coming back to him though. I'm not done with him totally yet. All right, fawn. Let's do the fawn. Once again, let's just use a little bit of the blush for the inside of his ear. Maybe just a little bit by his nose, although fawns don't really have pink noses, but that's okay. And then I am using one of our colors. It is the flesh tone colors that we have. You will see them in online, and they're sold as pair. This is the SU600. This is the color that I'm going to use for the fawn. So I'm not really doing any kind of blending, but boy, this is just the perfect fawn color. And we're going to just go over the whole guy. You could take the other coordinating color that's in the catalog, but I'm just doing the one because I was very pleased with how he turned out, and especially with the early espresso detail. Now you can leave a little bit of his tail white if he's a white-tailed deer, which is what we have here in Wisconsin. And then we'll just cover up his ear a little bit. And I think that looks pretty good. Now, if you want a little bit of shading and a little bit of highlighting, you can go over with that same. And that will give your shading. You can also go back and color him in, but I think like he turned out really kind of nice, really nice fawn color. We're coming back to him. I am not done. Okay, so one goose I'm going to make as Golden Glow. Okay, I'm going to start with my dark. This is an in color. Yeah, because you're saying, Renee, you wanted to do in colors. So here we will do in colors, but I didn't really want a pink fawn or a blue fawn. Although I have seen people doing that, and it is kind of cute, but you'll see my in colors when we get there. So I'm just going to do the dark, and then we will fill him in with all of the light color. You could leave his wing white. I know geese or ducks or, you know, I suppose this is like a goose. I should really call it a goose. But farm geese are generally white, but sometimes they have color, and we're just going to use our artistic whatever it is called. I'm going to go over it with a little bit of the white just to lighten his little, give him a little shading here. All right, and then for his beak, let's do some crisp cantaloupe. I didn't want to do a real orangey orange, so I'm just going to use light crisp cantaloupe, and he turned out very cute. All right, and then this is the one I didn't try, but I want to do a Barely Blush goose. So let's get our dark Barely Blush, and because I think, you know, goose, this would be a really kind of cute little baby card. And this is, once again, using your artistic, you know, what am I thinking of? I've said it before, but it shows you that I'm really not an artist. But anyway, our artistic, whatever it's called. Maybe one of you guys will know here. So here's our little pink goose. He's cute. I like him. I think you'll like them. License. Thank you, Mary. Our artistic license. Oh my gosh. I guess it's Saturday morning. It's a little early. Perfect. Thank you, Mary. Thank you. And we'll go back to the Chris Cantaloupe artistic license. And look how cute his beak is there. So here we have, thank you, Janet. Thank you, Pat. You guys see me struggle. So here we have a little pink goose and a little golden goose. Okay, golden goose that laid the golden eggs, right? So let's finish these up. Didn't they turn out kind of cute though? I was kind of very pleased with them. The first thing I want to do is I'm going to take my Wink of Stella. And I have, you can see I have my regular Wink of Stella that doesn't have a little washi tape on it. This is a Wink of Stella that dried up. I was all done using it. So what I did, and many of you know what I do, I took this, I unscrewed this, okay, and then there's this little black thing right here. You can pick that up with your fingernails, and that opens up the chamber, okay? I don't think I can do it right now because or you can use just like your scissors or something. Take this up and then it's open. Hi, Sue. And then you can add water to it, okay? And it's the perfect little aqua painter because it's such a fine little paint tip. I love it for an aqua painter. This is what I use pretty much for my aqua painting. And it also leaves, because you know your Wink of Stella has a little bit of shimmer left in the barrel. So it leaves a little shimmer in it. So I just fill it with water, and then that's what I use for my aqua painting. All right, so what I'm going to do is I just want to give my animals something to sit on. So if I stamp them in early espresso, I don't like my animals just hanging in the air. I'm just going to give them a little base to stand on, just so they're not like floating. Okay, so we'll do that for our 2 geese. It gets a little thick right here. Let's go over it. That's okay, ground can be thick. And we'll just add a little bit for our fawn. So she's sitting on the ground, and it just makes such a difference there. And then for our little bunny, I'm going to go into the gray. So you can just wipe these out like you would, but don't leave me just yet because exciting things are coming here. We got our Fun Fold, and I have our new product that I want to show you how I'm going to finish these off with here. So hang on. Our little bunnies. There. Doesn't that look nice when you add that little bit of grounding to them? So necessary. So, and then just put a little piece of washi tape, knowing that that's not your good Wink of Stella, that is going to be your aqua painter Wink of Stella. It's an old tip that we've done before, but it's always nice to revisit. Okay, couple things that I wanted to do. We have a brand new product. We got our white gel pens back. Yes, thanks goodness. Okay, it comes in 2 pens. Let's see, where's the other one? And they're both 1.0. All right. They work beautifully. They work really, really nicely. And when you're working with a gel pen, you want to take your time. Okay. If you're going to do any kind of writing with it, here, let's get a little piece of paper here. If you're going to do some writing, here, I'm digressing or whatever. You just want to write slowly and let that gel pen, see, look I'm so used to writing quickly. So take your time. You know, instead of writing quickly, write slowly, and it writes really well. But what we're going to use it for is our little fawn here and our little bunny. And I thought it would be really cute to add a few little white whiskers. Okay, so I'm just going to go and just add a little few little white whiskers there. Okay, and with our fawn, you can see that she's got dark dots. Well, fawns have white dots. So what I did is I just went over and it covers up the brown very well. And I just added my own little white dots to my fawn. Isn't that kind of cute? I love that because that makes her look more like a fawn. The other thing I was going to do to my bunny too is if you don't want the little gray tail and you want her to have a little white tail, you can just give it a little white floof with your gel pen. Because she's a little, you know, white cottontail bunny. So I just thought that would be kind of fun to show you. So that is our new gel pens. They come in a 2-pack. They're going to be $9. Make sure you close them up tightly. I love them. I am going to be stocking up on these guys because I missed our gel pens sorely. Let it dry just a little bit. Okay, we're going to put these off to the side and then we'll put our cards together. All right. And it's just a fun little fun fold. And we've done probably a long time ago, this little kind of flappy fold. Okay, and I'm going to show it to you in the Peaceful Pine. I know so many of you guys love our green here and our green ladies. So let's do the Peaceful Pine. And I have a piece of paper, and that is 4 1/4 by 11. Then I have a piece of white 4 by 5 1/4, and a piece of the Heirloom Boutique Designer Series paper. This measures 2 1/4 by 5 1/4, and we are going to use the green side, excuse me. And you first are just going to score your card at 5 1/2 using the scoring blade, okay? And then on the same side where the scoring is indented here, we are going to measure 2 1/8, and we're just going to cut that flap at 2 1/8, and we're just going to cut from here down to the 5 1/2 mark. You guys know that I put a piece of white tear and tape on the inside so I can see my ruler nice and clearly when I am working with it. So we will just start. See, you can see, and I can see the numbers. It's hard to see when it's on the camera. But that's scoring. Hang on. Okay. And we are going to start right at the 5 1/2 and go to the end. So cut right at the 5 1/2. And then I am going to cut that down to the 2 1/8. And when you have that tear and tape on there, it's so easy just to cut that out. Okay. I see that it's 11 o'clock. My husband just came home. So we are just going to be going over a little bit. I'm just going to show you these cards real quick, and then we will be done. But they're really kind of fun, and they're really worth it to stick around. So thank you for your patience here. So we're going to take that. This can be used for something else. We're just going to take this paper and add this to our basic white. Okay, and then we will add that to our card right on the inside. So it's just going to be a little flap card. We'll fold over like that. Now, what I want to do is, let me get out a piece of just scratch paper here again. Let's get out our Peaceful Pine. Oh, look it. I'm trying to open it like I used to. Nope, I don't have to. Hi. Okay, and then I'm going to stamp it in, stamp that little flappy guy in the Peaceful Pine, stamp it off. Stamp it off. And you can do it at all different levels. And as much or as little as you want. That's what I'm going to do right there. Okay. And So we can just close it up. So you can close it up upside down, right side up. You can do whatever you want. You'll always know that it's your peaceful vine. So let's get out our fawn. We have our little fawn and he's all dry. So look at, you can see the back. We're going to add our fawn right here. So if I left that back, you would see that. Okay, so that is why we are going to take another one and we can put it on this side just like this. If you would like to add a little more greeting or maybe something else, you want to stamp something else, or if not, you can just add them to the front just like that. And I think that's just what I'm going to do right now. So we're just going to add some adhesive. And then we will get our dimensionals and put some dimensionals right down here. And add our deer and very sweet. We can add our greeting in there. We can add our butterflies. Let's see, where did I go with my butterflies? Are they in the bin or are they in here? Here they are. Let's get our butterflies out. And I'm going to stick with the same colors. And we'll put a big one and a little one right there. And then we'll take another big one and put him right there. And there you have your little deer. Isn't she cute? I thought she was just adorable. Okay, so let's finish up the rest of our cards because we have our little bunny. We'll do the same thing. And then I have a bunch more to show you, so we'll make this super quick. Stamp our look how pretty that stamps, and that's why I wanted to show you how pretty those colors were. And then we'll get our little bunny, and we will put her together. Some dimensionals. With her little whiskers there. Let's shut this. Let's close this one there. There we go. And I can get a better placement. And now hang on for the geese. I'm going to show you. We will do this. I'm going to do the pink goose because I don't have a sample of the pink goose made. So I do have a sample of the golden goose. So you will see that. And I don't have to do that one for you. So we will get that little. But look how sweet that is. That can be a birthday card, you know, a spring card. It can be a baby card. It can be a thank you card. It can be an anything. It can be a May birthday. It can be an anything card. This is the one I want to show you. So just hang on with me. Bear with me. I had to just wash my little stamp here because I'm going to go in the Barely Blush. This is one I haven't done yet. So with my pink goose, and I really want to see how she turned out. So, and then I will show you all of them. Oopsie. So Barely Blush, open up your pad here. Look. Like I said, I didn't feel the need for these new pads, but I really like them. Now the thing about the Barely Blush, when you stamp off, you don't see it at all. So you, with Barely Blush, you really have to stamp in full force. Otherwise, it's just not there. It's like non-existent. But look how pretty that looks. Okay. And then, hi, Betsy. And then let's get our little Pinky Goose. Our Blairly Blush. Oh, she's cute. So, and, you know, same thing with the Notes of Spring. This was not my wheelhouse. And I think it turned out really kind of cute. I'm very, like, pleased with these cards. Probably because it isn't my wheelhouse. And I did something a little different than I usually do. So let's close this up. Oh, see, now look at how pretty that is for a little girl birthday or a little girl baby card. That is so cute. I did the fawn and the Barely Blush too, so just hang on and you can see that one too. These are so much fun, these colors. I'm just like super excited. Put a little butterfly. We'll have them going that way in our weeds. So look how sweet that is. Let me show you the rest of the cards. Okay, so let me get rid of this. And you can see them all. You can take a screenshot. Okay, these are the ones that we put together today. All right, let's see what else we got here. I'll put the goose together in just a second. I'm going to show you the goose that I already had made because she is really cute. Look at the golden goose. Look how pretty that is. So, and what I did with these guys, I did put greetings on the inside here. So, happiest birthday wishes. Okay, so that's in our golden glow. We have Peaceful Pine, Barely Blush. So this Notes of Spring is available right now. You know, so if you want it, look at him in the crisp cantaloupe with his little crisp cantaloupe ears and his whiskers and the little butterfly. Isn't that cute? And especially for you. And the especially for you is perfect for a little baby card or congratulations card or what have you. Especially for you can be any kind of card. All right, are you ready for the Barely Blush Fawn? Oh, look how pretty she is. I mean, I just can't stand it. I was so thrilled. I didn't put a greeting on that one. But I love her little white dots. I love it in that SU600. I will find out exactly what color they're calling that on in the Flesh Tone Colors. And I will let you know. But I just was tickled pink. Here was my first one that I made. And then here is a bunny using the different hydrangea hues. So I use, you know, and they both have the gold flecks in them, but just the different colors. So, because I had to do one with this white as well. So I was just so excited about these Notes of Spring. I hope you enjoyed them too. Thank you for sticking with me. Oh my gosh, we went an hour and 23 minutes, but we had lots of ground to cover. If you have any questions, or if you would like to get the Notes of Spring, you can go to reneeconkey.stampinup.net, place your $75 order, and then you will get you can get that Notes of Spring for $5, which is, where did she go? Here it is. And of course, when you do that, I always have a thank you gift. Last month, oh, I should post those. We had some really cute little thank you gifts for last month. So you get some fun stuff in the mail. Look for some Happy Mail. And let's see. The In Color Comparison, new catalogs coming out. In Color Club is coming up. Don't forget about the Bugs class. And I will be back on next week with the unboxing video. And I'm going to be on next week 2 times. I know it's a busy week. I will be on during the day because I know we have a lot of people. We have a lot of, you know, church events going on. So, but I will be on with the Paper Pumpkin, the Hummingbird Paper Pumpkin as well. So just watch for an update. Thanks so much for joining me today. I know I kept you long. I appreciate it. And you guys have a wonderful weekend and we will see you soon. Bye-bye.